What's up, family? It's your uncle, brother, cousin, friend John back here. So today I figured I have to do something, and I am trying to make new hang tags. I'm trying to cut them out of this sheet. These are my old hang tags right here. A lot of this stuff has changed, including the social media on the back, but like even the logo is different, and this is the first time I've actually said that out loud. So I have been slowly changing the logo on a lot of things, and I don't even know if anybody's picked up on it. So yeah, this is the old one. We're gonna like get rid of that so that way we can have these new hang tags printed out. Oh, that one's messed up in the corner. Anyway, but it'll be the new logo with the name, the little slogan, and instructions, plus the social media on the back. But while I do that, I figured also I'd give you an update as to what is currently going on. Update status, because I haven't really been posting videos like I said I would. So here we go. So essentially I put that video up a while ago. Oh, and also if y'all want to know how to make these, I'm pretty sure I did a detailed video a while ago of how to do this. I did the same process. Nothing's too different about that. So yeah, here we go. So long story short, and then like I said, right quick, let me show you. Oh, I don't know, has that been in the way this whole time? Yeah, okay, I don't know. But yeah, I just printed everything out on this 8.5 by 11 sheet right here. Use my regular printer. It's a regular inkjet printer with the cartridges, not the refill stuff. So it was like probably $50-$60 at the time I bought it. So yeah, nothing different. Just figured out how to enhance the quality when printing, and then I did these little lines so I know where to cut at. Unfortunately, when I hold them up to the light, I do see that the front and back are not exactly aligned, so when I cut, I do have to like make little tweaks to that, so you might see me adjust that every now and again. But let's go ahead. So essentially what has happened, so let's see, where did I last stop off at? Okay. So I still have all the blanks ordered and whatnot. I essentially had took them to my vendor to have them work on them and do it. And my vendor, again, was just not getting it. And with me working and stuff like that, it was kind of getting annoying to have to, keep basically telling them to refer to the original drawings that I sent. Well, it wasn't just drawings. I'd like stayed up to like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 5, to make a very detailed tech pack as to what I wanted. And in the process of them doing it, I actually kind of noticed that they messed up on a previous order of mine and changed the color of the logo. And I didn't notice it until they were basically sending me the proofs, which is kind of like, this is how we're gonna move forward with the project. They were sending me the proofs with the colors and stuff on it, and I was like, that's not the colors. And I don't know if I said this in the previous video, but I had started the rebrand by having them do some hats for me, and the hats did not come out how I wanted them to. They look bad, and and that was a whole hassle and fight in and of itself. And so long story short, something happened, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just let them do the rebrand anyway. And as they were doing, I'm looking at the proof, and I'm like, that's not the right color of something. And I went and grabbed one of the hats that they did, and I was like, oh my gosh, had I not have caught this, I would have missed this completely. They completely changed the color of my logo, and I didn't even realize it. Of something that shouldn't have changed. So that also, it was a failure on their part, but it also helped me to go back and change some things on the logo myself. Because it was such a small detail anyway, and I'm like, and when you screen print or you do anything, they charge you per color, and it was such a small detail that I'm like, it didn't even make sense to have it in there, so I went and changed that. But yeah, long story short, I went and grabbed all my blanks, and I told them I didn't want to move forward with it, and I got irritated and I just, it was mess ups. They were trying to charge me extra. So when I sent them the original thing, they again, I noticed they changed the color. They weren't looking at certain things. They had the wrong quantities, and they were telling me things were off, but they weren't responding back to me when I was trying to get them resolved. I would call, I would go up there, no response, or either somebody wasn't there, and so it just became a lot. I went and tried to find a new vendor, and I don't know if it's just the city that I live in. I went and tried to find a new vendor, right? And I go and engage this new vendor. I sit down and I talk to this guy for about an hour. Then the guy says, well, I don't really like, he says, yeah, tell me what you want. And I sit down, I'm talking to him for about an hour. I go over everything, I explain to him in detail, like what happened at the previous place and all this stuff. And then this guy goes, well, I don't actually process the orders. That's my cousin. But if you leave your examples and stuff here, I'll tell him what you said, and then we'll give you a call back on Monday, because I went on a Friday. Got to Monday, I didn't hear anything, and I said, well, let me give him a little bit of time, because he said they were busy. And I actually waited about a week. No, I waited until about that Friday. Thursday, I waited until that Thursday, because I was like, okay, I didn't hear back from anybody. That Thursday, I call and I speak to the cousin that puts in the orders, and he goes, yeah, he never told me about this. And I was like, okay. And I re-explained everything to him, and I said, there's an email that breaks everything down in detail. So I go, and he says, okay, give me until tomorrow to look at it, and I'll get back with you. Didn't hear anything. I didn't rush it. I waited until Monday. So now we get to Monday. I still don't hear anything, and I'm like, all right, something is off here. So I go up there probably, now this is like 2 weeks in of me engaging new people. They haven't started anything. I haven't dropped anything off. I haven't gotten a quote. This is just me trying to get a quote from them. I even left the examples that the previous shop did. I left examples of what I wanted, and so they could look at them. They had physical products. And I go in there that Friday, and the guy says, basically like he didn't look at anything. So now I am re-explaining for the third time to these other people, and that's because they're the second closest people to me. The third closest people is probably like an hour drive away, and with me working and stuff like that, with me working in full time and then doing this and stuff like that, I just really was like, there's no way. And their hours operate at the same time that I would be at work, so I was like, there's no way I'm gonna drive way up there or have the time to drive up there to like really work with these people. And I'm not shipping it, because that's crazy. That's too many big boxes to ship just to go an hour away. So anyway, I'm re-explaining to this guy for the third time, and I'm kind of getting the hint that I was like, yeah, these aren't the people that I want to work with. And he's like, okay, give me about a week. I said, okay, well, can I at least have my blanks back? He was like, yeah. So I took them. First of all, they couldn't find them, and I had dropped them off 2 weeks before, which goes to tell me how much that reconfirmed that they really hadn't looked at anything. So I wait a week, still didn't hear back from this guy, and I said, okay. So now this kind of leaves me in the place of saying I'm having trouble finding a good vendor to help me, get this rebrand started and stuff like that. I do have some tools and equipment here in my own space. I was really trying to prevent from having to do everything myself, because equipment is expensive. I don't have that kind of money right now. I would love for the brand to be like really like popping, and everybody to be out there supporting it, but that takes time, and financially we just aren't right there right now to invest in all this equipment. So I say all this to say that it is kind of been a struggle to even get this rebrand started. I have all these colors, I have all these concepts and stuff ready to go. I have the stuff here that just needs the designs put on them, and yeah, I'm just trying to figure all that out right now. But in the meantime, I have been, and I think I've figured some stuff out. I might just end up having to figure out how to get the money to basically just do it myself, because I'm like, it's just such a hassle at this point. I'd rather do it myself. At least it'll get done. And y'all also, like, they charge, and I've said this, they charge per color, they charge you to set up, they charge you all these different things. And I'm like, with the amount of miscommunication, not on my end, and the amount of problems I've had, I'm like, I'd just rather figure out how to do it myself. And it doesn't seem too hard. It just seems more tedious, if anything. So I think I'm just gonna, basically do it myself and get the equipment. And so I say that means it's probably it might take a little bit longer. It might not take that long. Who knows? Because I think I have some of the stuff to kind of get started anyway. So yeah. I don't know. Then I have some hats that'll go with the new designs, and I gotta figure out how to get that stuff done because they need to be embroidered, and I don't have an embroidery machine, and those things are expensive as well. Anyway, I don't know where I left off because my phone got a call and it stopped my whole thing. But yeah, so I'm just trying to figure everything out right now. But we'll get there. So yeah, these are the hang tags. I just basically took that sheet of paper, cut along the lines with this little thingy. It has a little wire in there to kind of keep track of it and to guide the blade as well. So that's not too hard. So now I've also, I don't know if you can see it, put these little dots at the top to be able to tell where to hole punch at. And luckily my hole punch is a little see-through, so I can kind of see the bottom of it is see-through. So I can kind of see where this hole is to line it up. And boom. So when I take the, I forgot what it's called, the little tag thingy, and I feed it through to the shirt, clip it, it's done. And this is how you make your hang tags. So yeah. But going back right quick, not going to leave you hanging. So yeah, I'm basically just trying to figure out everything with this rebrand and how to get everything done. Because it's like I could figure out myself. Because with a lot of it, it's just more tedious. And again, the equipment is extremely expensive. But over time, I believe it'll be a good investment. It's just a matter of just trying to figure out how to get a lot of this done right now. But yeah, also on top of that, I have been working with some other products that I can do. It's actually something I used to do for a long time, and I used to have people like buy it from me, and I randomly thought about it. I'm not going to say what it is right now because I want to surprise you guys with it. But I'll give you a general topic. We'll be bringing in some jewelry soon, and I used to make jewelry when I was in college and high school, and people used to like ask me to make them for them, and I used to like kind of sell them on the side, and I completely forgot that was something that I used to do. And one day I was cleaning some stuff out, and I'm like, oh, you have this here, and I want to give you guys something different until I can really figure out the other stuff right now. I'm also trying to work on putting some branding on the packaging, like updating the packaging as well, because I want to give it a little flavor while I was going through the mail. I used to work a warehouse job, more specifically a warehouse job in the mail system. I'm not going to say which company. And so I'm like, everybody's kind of looking at this stuff. It's a good opportunity, mailing is marketing as well. But, the difficulty is I actually did buy something to mail, and it was going to have like the logo on there with the name. But after I had bought everything, one, it doesn't stick to certain materials. So some of the shipping materials that I've already have in bulk, it doesn't work it doesn't work, so I have to find a different way to get that branded. But also with branding, I found out much later on, this was just me randomly looking into something with branding. You also want to be very careful with what you put on the packaging, because that's why people steal, is because they see a certain name and they're like, oh my gosh, like I know this, and then they just jip people's packages. And so I looked into a lot of the luxury brands and I saw how they did theirs, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm trying to see a lot of different things of how to do it. And then also with me working previous shipping warehouse job, like I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, like packaging gets thrown. It gets thrown. Sometimes it gets left in the truck. The trucks aren't always like perfect, so sometimes water's leaking through and stuff. And so it's a matter of like also safety precautions of how to protect the product as well. It's something that lingers in my mind while I'm working on everything, getting everything out. So yeah, I'm just doing a lot of things. It's, like I said, it's just me. On top of that, what else is halted progress is very recently, and I'm not ready to discuss it at the moment. I went through a very recent just thing in life, and so yeah, I'm just trying to work through that right now. But that's where we are right now. I also was gonna try to do maybe like a different method to get the shirts done. Like, I actually have something over here. I was thinking about maybe like doing some vinyl, because I already, have some of the stuff to like work it. But the thing is like, that's too much work for the design that's gonna be on the shirts and some of the stuff, y'all. I've been working on just weeding out stuff for about a week, and that's just for one shirt. And I'm like, there's no way I could do this for multiple shirts at all. That's not a lot of work now. But yeah, that's where we are, and that's about it. So I don't know what else to say, so I'm going to end it here. It's not my other YouTube channel, but if you need spiritual guidance, go check out my other YouTube channel, The Royal Lessons. I'll try to make sure I put that in the description down below. So the jewelry products, oh yeah, I forgot I was talking about that. The jewelry products, see, my phone rung and it threw me off, and it cut the video off, so that really threw me off. I was gonna make them and just put them out there, but with some of the materials I bought, they said, oh yeah, they won't do this, or they won't, and they did exactly what they said they won't do. So I've been trying to so long story short, it's become an additional process just to make sure everything's good by the time it gets sent out and you all have it as well. So that has taken a lot longer than what I originally intended for it to do. So yeah, everything's just taking a little bit longer, and it's just me, and I'm also like figuring a lot of this stuff out along the way. Like, when I would love to pick up this phone and have y'all along the journey with me, it's just not really possible, because I'm usually using my phone to look up stuff, and I don't have any other way to really record. I'm using my phone and my computer, and I'm like back and forth. One thing I might be Googling with the other thing I might have on YouTube, trying to explain it. Something else, I'm doing something, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just figuring a lot out right now. It's something else. It's part of being an entrepreneur, dealing with a life and dealing with a business at the same time. So yeah, stay tuned. Things are gonna happen. I'm gonna try to include you all. Wow, I need some water. I'm gonna try to keep you guys included. And so yeah, that's the new hang tags. I have to put these on the shirts, because the shirts, I'm not even gonna lie to you, some of the shirts I have not taken out of the box since I had them put the Prince Richmond on the back of the shirts and stuff. I haven't taken them out of the box, so they need these new tags on them. That's gonna be another video possibly, because I have some things to talk about as well, like fun things. So yeah, stay tuned. You better stay tuned. Alright, I'm going now. I don't know, I guess I'll end this how in the Royal Lessons. Know that the Most High loves you. Know that I love you. Take care, family.